A big win in court for former state Senator Virgil Smith. An appeals panel clears the way for him to run for the Detroit City Council. Jermont?
Fathers fighting to get equal parenting time with their children just may get the boost they need thanks to one representative who wants 50-50 parenting time. Is it worth it?
Okay, Jermont, dangerous devices. The smartphones your kids are using could be their gateway to a dark world. The defenders reveal the warning signs to watch for.
Live from downtown Detroit, Local 4 News at 11 starts now.
He's on the ballot box for now. Former state Senator Virgil Smith can stay on the November ballot for Detroit City Council.
That's the ruling coming from the Michigan Court of Appeals. Now, it is not over yet. Mara McDonald live at the State Building tonight with a case that I guess could still be headed to the state Supreme Court, Mara.
Well, Devin, that's the word out of Kim Worthy's office tonight. They are definitely appealing to the Michigan Supreme Court. Smith was busted in 2015 for firing an assault rifle at his ex-wife's Mercedes as she drove away from his Detroit home and was charged with multiple felonies because of it. Prosecutors and Smith's attorney worked out a plea deal that dropped the most serious charges in return for 10 months in jail, resigning from office, and agreeing to not run for public office while he was on his 5-year probationary period.
Guilty.
Smith agreed to that deal, but the judge presiding over the case found the requirement of resigning from office and not running for political office for another 5 years to be unconstitutional and struck it from the deal. The prosecutor's office was not amused. Fast forward to tonight. Smith was one of the top 2 finishers in the August primary for the city council seat currently held by city council president pro tempore George Cushenberry. So, Kim Worthy is going to court to get him removed from the ballot. Her argument? The trial judge overstepped his authority by killing off parts of the plea deal. Back here live, we reached out to Virgil Smith tonight, both via email and on the phone. Neither the email or the phone call were immediately returned. Kim Worthy's office, meanwhile, says that they will have this appeal filed here by Monday. Devin, Kimberly. Back to you.
But Mara, that's a filing. There is really no guarantee that the Supreme Court, the state Supreme Court, will hear this, right?
Right. There is absolutely zero guarantee that the Supreme Court is going to hear this. But I'm betting, Devin, that whatever decision they make, whether to hear it or not, they're going to make it quickly because we've got a November ballot that needs to get printed, needs to get out.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, just months away. All right, Mara.
Well, they had a disagreement, but nobody saw this coming. A Springfield Township teen stabs his grandmother to death, then takes his own life. Police say 15-year-old Stephen Wilkerson killed his 65-year-old grandmother inside her home early this morning.
This woman was a very sweet individual. She was our pool attendant, and it just doesn't make any sense what has happened.
Wilkerson's body was later found in Holly. He had been hit by a train.
The next chapter is underway for Rick Wershey. After 29 years in a Michigan prison for drug crimes, this morning, the man known as White Boy Rick was turned over to U.S. Marshals who are taking him to Florida, where he will serve more prison time. It comes 5 weeks after he was granted parole in Michigan, but he owes Florida time for his role in a stolen car ring. It is expected he's going to serve about 34 months of what was a 5-year sentence.
The mother of a Navy sailor missing after a collision at sea is still waiting for word on her son. April Brandon of Milford says her son Kenneth Smith was on board the USS John McCain when he was hit by an oil tanker off the coast of Singapore. 10 sailors are missing. Today, the Navy announced some bodies have indeed been recovered. Brandon says she has not, though, received an official update from the Navy, so she's asking everyone to continue praying.
Right now, President Trump is in Phoenix, Arizona, holding another one of his Make America Great Again rallies. He spent a good portion of the rally recapping the comments he made in the aftermath of the Charlottesville attacks, saying he clearly denounced racism. And the president spent a lot of time blaming the media, saying they misrepresented his message. He's now moved his message on to Obamacare, repeating his call to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Also said this evening that if he has to shut down the government, we will end up, as he put it, building the wall. Well, it's one of the most challenging parts of settling a divorce, and that is child custody.
A Michigan lawmaker, though, is proposing a plan that could change how much time children spend with their parents. Jermont Terry is live tonight on how the proposal works here. Jermont.
Yeah, Kimberly, this bill is a talker. It's designed to give 50-50 custody to both mom and dad from the very start. And if it passes, it could change the way that fathers walk out of court, family court here in Wayne County and across the state. A father's love for his daughter is undeniable, but this father's attempt to spend time with his child has been a battle involving the mother and court.
We just had a child together, and then when she was around 1, we broke up. And then the battle began.
Lydia is now 3, but Kevin Consul spent the past 2 years, not to mention thousands of dollars, just trying to get equal parenting time with Lydia.
It is very mentally consuming to fight for your child.
Consul is one of dozens of people, mostly fathers, who packed a meeting to discuss a bill that would make equal parenting time for divorced or separated couples.
It's a flawed system. It's a system that is built on an adversary nature to pit one parent against the other.
State Representative Jim Runstead from White Lake has introduced House Bill 4691. He's holding town halls to explain why it's time to even the parenting field.
The presumption is there that says that they will get substantial equal amount of time unless there's things like domestic violence.
Parenting time shall be granted in accordance with the best. That's lined out by Representative Runstead.
But attorneys who practice family law believe this bill reaches too far, is too vague, but most importantly, is not necessary.
But we already have a system that takes into account how much time a child spends with each parent.
But for Consul, who fought hard to see Lydia, he believes this helps fathers like never before.
It gives fathers like me an even playing field.
Now, opponents argue that mandates simply do not work in family courts, and no two families are the same. Representative Runstead is telling me that he admits that he's willing to tweak this bill before it gets started up in the next session. Right now, he doesn't have much support as of now. For now, reporting live in downtown, I'm Jermont Terry, Local 4.
All right, Jermont.
Yep. Two big names joined forces on Detroit's west side tonight to discuss building a better future for Metro Detroit.
Dean of the United States House, Congressman John Conyers, and former presidential candidate Senator Bernie Sanders hosting a town hall meeting at Fellowship Chapel. They talked to a packed house, as you see, about the need for higher wages and more good-paying jobs. Conyers and Sanders got a standing ovation from the crowd, thanking them for fighting for their views on health care.
It's an alternative pain treatment commonly used by people, but now your cats and dogs could be getting in on the action.
Yeah, why more veterinarians could soon be prescribing acupuncture for pets. Also tonight, no one likes to see the Repo Man coming, but this guy really wasn't happy when he showed up.
Yeah, you'll see the wild ride that came afterward. Hi, Andrew.
Good evening to both of you. Speaking of a wild ride, temperatures are now going down, but nicely so. I mean, it's getting cooler and more comfortable with low 60s, and overnight, temperatures fall into the 50s, middle 50s in the Motor City. Where do temperatures go from here tomorrow? We'll talk about that and your weekend forecast coming up.
The device you give your child to keep them safe could be opening them up to a dark world, making them vulnerable to exploitation.
It's not just happening for kids on the street, it's happening in your own living room.
Sex trafficking, it's happening in every community in Michigan, including yours.
For anybody to sit back there and say this can never happen to them, yes, it can happen to you, in your child, in your house.
I'm Local 4 Defender Karen Drew. The conversation you need to have with your child to warn them about the men and women who could target them. Next at 11.
It's time to wake up to Sleep Week on Local 4 News Today. Having trouble catching some Z's all this week? Find out the best ways to get a good night's sleep, from what you sleep on to the latest in high-tech solutions. Each day will have something special.
See how your activity tracker could help you get a better night's sleep tomorrow at 6 a.m.
Sex trafficking. You might believe that's a crime that happens only in motels or in the alleys of bad streets.
Yeah, but tonight, a warning to parents. It can start in your own home with you there. As your children head back to school, Defender Karen Drew reveals what you need to know to help protect your family from this crime against children.
When we make the decision to give our children cell phones, it is to keep them safe and make sure that we can reach them. But the apps that they use on the phones opens them up to predators who want to lure them into a world of sex trafficking.
I did everything right.
This mom still worries about her teenage daughter's safety more than a year after she was rescued from a sex trafficking ring. We're concealing her identity to protect her family.
For anybody to sit back there and say this can never happen to them, yes, it can happen to you, in your child, in your house.
Her daughter met a man on Tinder. They started dating, then asked her to go out with friends.
They would give her like $40 and she would keep the phone. She's like, oh, okay. You know, still going to the movies or going out to eat. And, these guys would give her like $40, $50. She said, and after about 6, 7 times, she was like, you have to sleep, you need to sleep with them.
The Southeast Michigan Trafficking and Exploitation Crimes Task Force rescued her daughter twice in hotels in Dearborn and Macomb County.
So they're almost always voluntary at some point. They either get boyfriended into it, meaning the person that is, eventually going to exploit them brings them into it as a relationship, and then there comes to be expectations with that relationship.
Michigan State Police Detective Sergeant Sarah Krebs works in the Missing Persons Coordination Unit. She says while more girls are pulled into sex trafficking, boys can be targeted as well.
Parents need to be aware too that if their child is home every night in bed, it doesn't mean that they're also not falling victim to this.
That's right. Runaways are not the only ones targeted for sex trafficking. Krebs says this is happening in every county in Michigan.
There's a lot of different apps out there that they should be suspicious of if their children have them.
Apps including Kik, Snapchat, and Tinder.
For anybody out there who has a little girl or a little boy, 12, 13, 14, 15, you need to be aware of the phone and the apps that you have to be aware. It's not even a choice. Oh, I'm gonna check it. You have to.
And it's not always unknown males that are contacting females. A lot of times it's females contacting other females, sometimes in their own peer group, that are recruiting them towards these efforts.
Krebs says another red flag for parents, children coming home with unexplained gifts.
They have highlights in their hair or braids or extensions, nails, acrylic nails, shellac. Those things cost a lot of money.
Keep the smartphones out of your child's room, especially at night, and look at what they're doing online.
Look at their phones. Be aware of who's picking up your kids. When you are at work, ask your neighbor, know what's going on at your house, like maybe who's showing up at your house.
Another red flag to talk to your child about is online strangers. If they're meeting and talking to strangers online, they could be getting friended into a sex trafficking situation. I'm Karen Drew, Local 4 Defenders.
Something very serious there.
No doubt. All right, Karen, here's a look at what Dr. Frank McGeorge is working on for tomorrow night at 11.
They're a local family that never imagined they would need donated blood. Now they're depending on the kindness of strangers.
When they match the blood for her, they always say donor number, and you would say thank God for that person.
I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tomorrow night at 11, meet a little girl who will make you appreciate the power of donating and what it could mean to your family.
Andrew's in for Ben tonight. We needed a little more rain at Comerica Park. We'll explain that coming up a little bit later on. But we didn't.
Now you tell me.
Yeah, that's right.
If you told me just a little sooner, just in time. Yeah. We'll see if things will change for the better. Weather-wise, we did have some rain earlier today, but it gets sunnier. Better weather maybe means more home runs for the Tigers as we go over the next couple of days.
Quite a bit cooler tonight, though, right now.
That's right. I mean, look at the temperatures as they fall overnight tonight. This is a look at your 4-zone weather, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. It cools off again, just as Devin said. We'll see middle 50s here in the metro zone, around 56, 57 degrees in Dearborn, about 55 over in Romulus. Middle 50s also in southern Oakland, southern Macomb counties. Temperatures even a bit lower in surrounding cities. Take a look at our south zone. South of 94, good evening, Morenci. You'll see lows tonight down to around 53. Give the air conditioners a break west of 275. Brighton, you'll be down to about 54 degrees. If you live north of M59 in our north zone, temperatures also around 51 to 54 depending on where you are. From Port Huron over to Imlay City also. So we're looking at more comfortable and cooler weather with a cold front that's already passed through. We can tell that because the winds have now switched, and instead of coming out of the west or southwest, they're now coming out of the northwest at around 8 miles per hour, pulling in some cooler air but also some drier air. Temperatures down to 67 degrees right now. But temperatures rebound just a bit. I mean, it's still going to be below average, but hey, mild conditions at least for Wednesday and Thursday, middle 70s, but then closer to average. Average high this time of year is 81. We'll see temperatures closer to 80 degrees come this weekend. But when's our next chance of rain? I'll talk about that in just a second. First, 63 for our friends in Macomb Township. Same thing in northern Oakland County. 62 in Ann Arbor. Still holding on to those middle 60s before we reach 50s in Monroe County. Here are those 50s already appearing farther to our north and west in the UP and in Green Bay, where it made up to 75 degrees today. Notice these highs in the 60s and 70s. We'll see temperatures in the middle 70s for tomorrow, just like it was in Green Bay, with that cooler air moving in behind that cold front that's already passed by. But there is this trough of low pressure trailing behind it. So we start off dry and sunny in the morning, but grab the umbrellas because in the afternoon, or be careful driving on roadways when you head home from work, pick the kids up from camp or from practice, because there is the chance of a widely scattered shower after, say, 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. No big washout, just something to be on guard for. 56 degrees overnight tonight. That's here in the Motor City. Low 50s in many suburbs. We make it into the middle 70s by tomorrow afternoon. So milder, 76 for a high. Just got to watch out for a stray shower here and there. That'll be dotted across the area. But then better chances of sunshine. Look at all that sun coming back. Thursday, 74. Then temperatures back to close to average. Upper 70s by Friday outside Ford Field. Things looking good for the Lions during the evening. Hydrofest looking terrific as well. Mostly sunny skies continuing with highs near 80 both Saturday and Sunday.
That 53 got my attention though.
For
That's
sure.
starting to feel a lot cooler. Isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, Adrian, thank you. All right, a little local 4 news to pass along to you tonight. We're very proud to say that our Vice President and General Manager, Marla Drutz, has been given the top honor by the Michigan Association of Broadcasters.
Tonight, given the Lifetime Achievement Award for her dedication and service to broadcasting in Michigan. All the more astonishing by virtue of the fact that Marla is not anywhere near old enough to be giving a lifetime award yet. She got a lot to do. It's fantastic. But we're really proud of her. Yeah. Not every day you see a lot of action atop a water tower. The story behind this bizarre scene in California today coming up.
And a repo gone wrong. Sparks fly when the owner's car is taken from him. The viral video is next.
A Dearborn Heights man is heading to prison for causing a deadly overdose. Sean Thomas sold heroin laced with fentanyl that caused the death of a Garden City woman. He's been sentenced to 15 to 30 years.
A Pontiac mother is charged with 2 counts of child abuse after she allegedly left her kids in the car while she gambled at MGM Grand Casino. Witnesses found the 2-year-old boy and 6-month-old girl in a car in the parking garage. The mother was arrested on the scene.
Travel between the U.S. and Canada via the Windsor Tunnel is going to become a bit trickier come November. The tunnel is going through about a $17 million construction project, but as a result, the tunnel is going to close each night between Sunday and Thursday. These will be nightly closures, open during the day but closed at night, and that will last for 8 months.
A car repossession gets wild when the owner tries to stop the tow truck driver. Another driver recorded while sparks flew from under the car as a tow truck driver tries to speed away. As he was hooking it up to tow it, the owner showed up and jumped onto his truck using a crowbar to break the back window. Police eventually got involved, putting an end to the bizarre scene. The car owner could face charges.
A man in California climbs a 153-foot water tower while carrying a drone. Police say the man opened a valve in the million-gallon tank. When officers ordered him down, he wouldn't budge. Instead, he sat at the top for about 3 hours. Eventually, he smashed his drone and climbed down. He was arrested. There is no word yet on exactly what he was doing climbing to the top of the tower in the first place. Well, we think of it as alternative medicine for humans, but some veterinarians are trying to prove acupuncture is a good alternative for pets, too.
They actually say it can be used on cats and dogs that suffer from chronic pain, such as arthritis. Excuse me. The method has been around for years, but still is not an accepted form of treatment by most vets. Supporters argue this is a good method to cut down the amount of medications that an animal may need.
Happy hour, by the way, has gone to the dogs tonight. The Old Miami Bar in Detroit's Midtown. hosting a Drinking with Dogs event.
Gosh. How cute is that? Dog owners met up for a drink or two with their dogs tagging along. The evening was hosted by K9 to 5, which is a dog daycare facility.
I think everybody should have just been drinking out of the big wide bowls. Right?
Wine in the bowl, just
yeah.
down it.